You know, this conveniently placed picture that I randomly found on the internet is actually reminding me of a game that I used to play a little while ago. I think you all know the one I'm talking about. It's one of the hardest games I've actually ever played in my life. And to this day, I actually still haven't finished it. It brings back a lot of bad memories.
Battletoads. Now before you ask, yes, this was a real game. It was a side-scrolling fighting game that was released in 1993 for the NES. While a lot of people thought that this game was quite unique, it really was just taking off from the fame of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that was released about 4 years prior. Except for a few differences. The graphics were noticeably better, the combat had an enhanced feel to it, instead of creatures named after famous artists, they were named after face acne. The music was fucking awesome. Oh yeah, it was literally the hardest game I've played in my fucking life. I mean, no joke, I barely made it halfway through this game. You could get a rock and a 3-week-old baguette and merge it with Arnold Schwarzenegger's abs and then throw in some chocolate and some sprinkles and whatever, you get the point. It wouldn't be as hard as this game. And what was really funny was that this was a game that was released by Rare, the company known for games like Banjo-Kazooie, Donkey Kong Country, and GoldenEye 007.
Honestly, you have absolutely no idea how hard this game is until you play it. Just watch me try and kill this first boss.
That's right. I never even fucking made it there. I died so many times just trying to get there, and trust me, they were irrational deaths.
Look at this smug son of a bitch. Look at this motherfucker. This motherfucker here, that's rash. He's rational. He's cool. He's rational of the bunch. He's also irrational, not like Zit. Zit Pimple.
Despite its intensity, I actually really like Battletoads. It's kind of like when you play Dark Souls. Like, yeah, you know, you're gonna die, but when you actually get through it, it's a feeling of accomplishment. The feeling that you surpassed what you thought was unsurpassable. And, oh, it is beautiful. Another cool thing was that this was one of the few good co-op games around. One where you and your friends could band together and not just fight each other. You could actually work together to get through the levels. Not too long after, they released a sequel on the Game Boy with the same title, which by the way is fucking confusing. What's even worse was that they ported the original game to the Game Boy and called it Battletoads in Ragnarok's World. The only difference was that it had fewer levels due to lack of memory on the Game Boy, but at least it still maintained its fucking impossible difficulty. Now this one I just did not understand. Like, why would you port the original game and call it something different completely, and then have a sequel and call it the same thing? I don't understand.
Did you think it would end there? Me neither. New game, new console, new enemies, new frustration. Let's play it, I guess.
Now I have to admit, I was actually excited when I got this one. It was a completely new Battletoads game. I could play with my friends with all the new looks and story. Still maintained its literal, and I mean literal, impossible levels and bosses, but hey, at least I could play the first 2 levels. I mean, a kid's attention span is what, like 10 seconds? And honestly, who plays all the way through a game anyways? Oh, trust me, don't think I'm defending this game on its difficulty. I mean, there's difficult, there's impossible, there's Dark Souls, and then there's this. Honestly, just watch how many times I die on the 3rd level. Shit. Fuck. God damn it. God fuck damn it. Really? God damn it.
Then that's just not right. If I couldn't even beat this game now, how did they expect me to beat this game when I was 5 years old? That's... Man.
What's worse is that you only have so many lives, and once you lose them all, it's all the way back to the beginning, which isn't too bad considering only most people make it to level 2, but it's still frustrating.
See, when I was younger, I actually went with my brother and I said, hey man, wouldn't it be cool if the Double Dragon guys did a crossover with the guys from Battletoads? But, I mean, I was just making jokes. There was no way that they'd actually make a crossover between Double Dragon and Battletoads, right?
Battletoads Double Dragon. Yeah, this was a thing. The guys in Rare were like, hey, this is pretty cool, but you know what's better than a game about frogs beating up pigs? Humans teaming up with frogs to beat space marines, robbing robots, and flying gumballs with hands. Wait, what the fuck is that? This game was significantly better than some of its counterparts, mainly because most of the levels had been dulled down, they were easier to complete. The levels weren't impossible anymore, they were just challenging. The bosses were fun and innovative as well, except for the fact that most of them could be killed in ridiculously easy ways, like running to the side and jump kicking one of the guys from Double Dragon. But let's not get carried away here. like a fish in a pelican's beak on a summer's morning. The game did have some problems. One of them being, if you're playing co-op with one of your, let's say, not so game savvy buddies and they just happen to die, which in this kind of game is going to happen a lot, well that means that back to the checkpoint for you, Mr. Knows the game inside and out. The game had a weird death system where if your friend dies completely, it means you do too, regardless of how high your chocolate levels are. Personally, I also felt the graphics looked a bit better in Battle Maniacs.
And here we are, at our last stop on a variety of demanding, challenging, and above all frustrating Battletoads games. Here's the last one. Let's get this show on the road.
Now, this last one wasn't actually released on household consoles, which was a shame because this game is like taking a jacket off a coat rack. You don't get it? It's off the fucking hook, my friend! This game is insanely fun, and they added in a whole bunch of different features and battle mechanics like smash attacks and life regeneration, and even added the ability to play with all three Battletoads at the same time, which was cool as now each Battletoad had its own traits like extra speed or strength, and it means that all your friends could play at the same time. They even added in a blood effect when you hit enemies, which made the entire game seem a lot more mature, which was actually part of the reason it was never released on the home consoles.
Well, there you have it. That's the anthology of Battletoads. Now, to sum it up, I wouldn't say there's any particular bad Battletoads game. Most of them are pretty equal in their own way. And a lot of them, while frustrating and annoying and very difficult, aren't really bad games. They're quite fun and enjoyable. If I had to pick a particular favourite though, I'd probably say Battle Maniacs. And if you ask why, well, I guess we'll just have to play it and see for yourself. See you next time.
By the way, I actually later found out after making this video that Rare Studios had planned to make a Battletoads game for the Game Boy Advance, but for some reason it never came to fruition. You can check out the demo for it here. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.